Live.
Damn it. Well, that's all right. Everyone knows who I am. I'm the kiss stealing, wheeling dealing Cowboys fan, son of a gun. I'm here to kick some ass.
Big D, let's go.
Names.
Win streak.
Write it, Joel, write it.
Over up 7-6 in this second. Here's Locke. Blitz is picked up, and now it's ball in the air. Overshown, back to himself.
Overshown. Let's go.
Oh, what a play by DeMarvion. Overshown for the touchdown.
Hey, let's go. Woo! Welcome to the Cowboys Uncovered. We're back. We're on a winning streak right now, fellas. Feeling pretty good. Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
Dubs.
Y'all still full from Thanksgiving?
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. What a weekend of sports. Lots of good games all over the place. But we got to start with the dub, the true dub. Go Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys winning 27-20. And I understand somebody actually predicted that, right? Is that correct, David? Big
Sounds
D?
so sweet. Exact prediction. First time all year. Probably won't ever happen again. 27-20. Cowboys dub. Ever heard of it?
Yeah,
anyway, that was nice to see. I'll tell you, it made Thanksgiving a lot nicer, a lot more relaxing. Like, even if the Cowboys would have lost, we would have reason for them to lose. But you can't lose to that Giants team. Not that Giants team, man. They are way worse than us.
This defense is coming to play. I mean, this looks like a top 10 defense now, which is wild to say what they've overcome. They figured out how to use Zimmer's 6-man front. Really stopping the run game on the sides of the offense, which is something that we couldn't do all year. So with that in place, then you can start teeing off in the pass rush, seeing guys like Overshown making plays, baby.
Hey, shot of the week, Mr. DeMarvion, Overshown. Also, a Texas Longhorn. Here they had a nice weekend too. So shouts out to Overshown here and the Texas.
And also shout out to Dave. Gets the perfect score prediction. You got shot has to go, Dave. I told Dave we got to give him a shot of the week right here, man.
Yes.
He gets the score 27-20 against the Washington Commanders. We're the ones that got the dub. So, hey, good stuff, Dave. I also predicted Coles of 27, but hey, you got their score. So
I knew they put some points on the board, and it wasn't going to be a blowout. They used to blow teams like this out. It doesn't really happen like that anymore. They're on the receiving end of most of those this year, but came out on top. Thanksgiving Day advantage, Cowboys.
Hey, good stuff, y'all. Hey, let's get it.
Yeah, we're going to have to get 2 perfect predictions in a row.
Yeah. Good luck with that, man.
Yeah.
Set the bar high.
We did see the defense really step up. Well, that's what we saw. Get the turducken legs. We saw Micah and the rest of the defense up there. You guys want to kind of break down what we saw from that angle first? Because obviously we saw a ton. Offense did pretty well, but I think the defense carried the day again.
I mean,
let's dig into this over here. So, Giants getting cooked, man. We showed that Overshown highlight, and the thumbnail guys have got the defense up there, and we were saying coming into not just this week, but the Dan Quinn matchup that our defense is starting to get healthy at the right time. And I mean, I think that's been pretty clutch for us. So right now we got Overshown, who I was saying before the show, like, man, we really missed him last year, because this guy is, Joe, you were saying he's basically getting his rookie season right now, and he's really showing why we went and got him. And you can see, we'll jump over to the defense. You got Overshown, 5 tackles.
Confirmed first defensive touchdown on the season. So we've been waiting for that. We've been saying hot takes, and all this for the last, however long, but it took till almost December for that to happen. And hey, how about our first home win? Huh? First home win in 2024.
The defensive dogs came out to play. Like we had Jordan Lewis, Overshown, Donovan Wilson, Parsons, all over 60 snaps, which is in the top percentile of the defense. So we had our good guys playing well. Deron Bland had 58 snaps. Digizua 57. That rounded out the top guys, and then you have a bunch of role players below that. Unfortunately, there was an injury to Josh Butler, and I believe was it who was the other guy who got
Wanye Thomas?
Yeah, Wanye Thomas. Sounds like he's going to be okay, but I think Butler's out for the season. Unfortunately, he had a good couple games in a row.
Yeah, ACL tear for him, and we had just been giving him flowers and how he just been playing really well the last 2 weeks. So, just about the time that you're about to get Diggs back and you think you're going to have your full complementary of defensive backs and, just secondary in general, how cool would that be to have him back there with all those other guys? But now we're not going to get to the end of the season. He finally makes his way up from the practice squad and all that, and such a great story. So we're definitely rooting for this guy to get back healthy and really fast.
I'm really glad that we did get to talk about him. Like you said, we got to at least give him some love for his past 2 weeks. Last week we talked a little bit about him and his history. He'll be back next year. I think he's under some kind of tender. I don't know for sure, but I think Cowboys at least have first right on this guy. Hopefully we get Diggs back soon. I think we will, but we might have to wait another week on that.
Yeah. So if we didn't have Dak out, man, I'd be saying we were getting healthy at the right time. But we are still getting a good look at some of these different players. And, maybe this next offseason, we're just a couple pieces away, and maybe they do go after somebody after seeing the success a lot of our rivals like the Eagles are having with free agents and stuff like that. Because I feel like we're not too far away. Get the quarterback back, and we're feeling pretty good.
Well, we know how
getting some help back. Yeah, and apparently Tank was close. Last Friday, they said he was close, but then just today, they mentioned that he's a long shot for next Monday night's game against the Bengals. There you go. So that's kind of where we are. And that's really the only update that we have in terms of guys coming back. This is our last guy that we're waiting on.
Yeah, well, Diggs should be. I think Diggs is eligible to come back sometime, right?
He should be back.
Might be a week or two then.
Yeah, that'll be nice to get him back, man. I mean, because it sounds so fun, right? You got Bland, Diggs on each side of each other. Like, we've got some guys, but this has just not been a healthy year. But at least they're coming back. So it should be some fun games. We'll stick with this game because we definitely going to talk about this defense more, just with how it's going to determine maybe this next matchup. But look, with the Giants, we knew it wasn't going to be easy for them at all. It's a struggling Giants team, and they were able to put up some points against us. But like the kind of sad thing was with CeeDee Lamb, only 39 yards, only 2 catches, really crazy. But we're getting what we call for, at least what I called for at the beginning of the season. We said this on the beginning of the season. We want more from Turpin than we've been getting in the past. And he's getting used multiple games now as a receiving option. 5 targets, 4 catches, 53 yards. Earlier, a couple of weeks ago, he had an 80-yard game. Obviously, we know about his special teams ability. So maybe pick this guy up in fantasy. But, I mean, really, this guy's outperforming Tolbert at this point as far as impact on the team. And we did have Brandon Cooks come back. He got a touchdown. So it was just nice to see him back in there. I'm not sure he'll be on the team next year, unfortunately. But Turpin definitely will. And I hope we add another option there to replace Cooks if he's gone. But other than that, I felt like Dowdle all season long, he's been that running back one. And, I think it was 2 games ago, McCarthy really went out of his way to back him. So I don't know if they would keep him. A lot of our Cowboys fans want to draft another running back. But, different guys are stepping up for the offense, and I like to see it. It's not just relying on CD all the time to get a win.
Well, since you mentioned running back, I have to shout out Jainty. We haven't mentioned him yet. I've already got a text about him, and we're talking about him today. I'm like, let's pump the brakes, but we have to throw some some flowers of that young man. He's looks really good coming out of college. But Dowdle is, I guess we have to start here. A lot of these guys are going to be gone next year. You will have to replace probably 10 starting caliber guys, unless the Cowboys go ahead and reinvest in some of them. They do have 10 draft picks. It's kind of funny to draft 10 starters. You're going to be good. What do y'all think? So is Dowdle a guy you want on this team next year, or are you good going and getting probably 2 running backs in the draft?
Yeah, I think Dowdle's absolutely a veteran guy at this point who's actually seen some success on the field now that, he's got a couple skins on the wall. You want a veteran guy in camp to push these rookies, whoever we end up picking up and whoever we end up coming, maybe signing from free agency or what have you. But Dowdle has proven his mettle. Like he deserves that starting role. He's the best running back on the team. I don't know what that's worth, in terms of the whole scheme of things in the entire league. But yeah, I want Dowdle back. Especially if he's on the cheap.
Yeah, I think he will be for sure.
You think so?
We believe, because the one good thing Cowboys have been doing is being loyal to their guys, and in a case of Tony Pollard. At the time, I think Cowboys were the only team that were going to give Pollard that contract. And with Dowdle, the Cowboys may have been the only team to give Dowdle a starting running back role. So when you do that for a guy, he's going to be willing to sign a contract because it's going to be most money he makes no matter where he signs. But, he's going to be guaranteed potentially starting running back role for at least half the season, depending on which running back we get.
Yeah, I'm hoping not. I hope we get one of those really good guys who end up earning that starting role week 1.
We're going to have to pay him some kind of contract to keep him. I think a reasonable deal is perfectly fine, but if someone wants
this
to
running
pay
back
him
room,
7,
somebody's
8
coming
million,
back. Yeah, 7-8 million, we can do that. Wasn't that close to the Henry price though? And we wouldn't do that.
It just kind of depends. I'm saying that's too much. I don't think.
Okay.
I think I'd take him for 4, maybe 5 if we can put it over maybe 2 years or something. I don't know. The guy looks good. What's actually exciting about it is he seems to have gotten better, with the more touches, also earned the respect and understanding of the offense and from the play caller. So you hate to start over next year, especially the way McCarthy employs running backs sometimes is there was a lot of fun posts this week about how Mike McCarthy had the same exact problem in Green Bay, and there were lots of articles that were coming out at that time, and people were saying these quotes could have been last week, talking about how we feel good about this guy, and they're asking him, why aren't you going with the guy with higher yards per carry? It's like, well, everyone needs to yeah, that's me. That's what's up. That's one of those, what's going on here? Is Mike McCarthy making a good call or a bad call? I don't know. Take a wild guess. But I just think what's going to happen, and we've seen this happen every fucking season or darn season. So the Cowboys are going to get free agents, and Jerry Jones is going to be like, we got these free agents. Their names are Rico Dowdle, Odigizua, Terrence. That's the exact same thing going to happen because a lot of these guys are on expiring contracts, and they're pretty big contributors, including Dowdle. So I don't know if that's going to be exciting enough for Cowboys fans, but when you get a healthy Dak back, a full set of draft picks, could be a little bit better than this year.
Yeah.
I will say that you did see the offense improve with the running game. It's crazy, right? You have a little bit of balance on the attack, and you get some guys open downfield. And Cooper Rush kind of, I wouldn't say he's picking people apart, but he's taking what the defense gives him.
Turpin has a big impact on this too because he's scaring this back end of these defenses, and so they
know his name. If they didn't, you already know. You know him now. Yeah.
I mean, anytime he's on the field, they got a plan for him, and then so that I think that's also helping because Cooper Rush has played better, but I think his skill guys, it's all about getting them the ball in space quickly, and he's been able to do that with Turpin a couple times. That's all you need, and the defenses are scared. And give Rico a little bit of room. But we've been kind of burying what I think my lead here, and that's as we showed Turpin, that 36 yards is wild. That has never happened. I mean, there are new rules, obviously, for the kickoff, but seeing a 36-yard average is nuts. It's going to be a Pro Bowler again.
People thought that the average would be
Come on.
hindered, but I guess the NFL proved the naysayers wrong. I guess Turpin kind of helped out with that in terms of, we think this format's going to be more exciting and prevent injuries. Well, we've seen 2 kickoffs in the last 2 weeks return for touchdowns. So
It's so
that's
fun
pretty
seeing
good.
him change gears, going
man.
at a cruising speed, hitting that line, and going to 22 miles an hour or whatever it is.
Who's the guy who returned it yesterday? I forgot what team it was, but I watched that live. I was like, wow, there's another one. So maybe this is a thing.
Yeah, man. Dave, were you about to get into the O-line?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to. That's where I was kind of going with this. So here are another couple guys that we have to make decisions on. I think Hoffman, we might have first right on him too. Obviously, BB was the draft pick, and Tyler Smith, I think, has a contract. But this is the interior of the line, and this could be it if you don't have Zach Martin next year. Dare I say, maybe have him over Zach Martin if you have him next year. Hoffman has shown up, and he's throwing guys around. And I think guard, he was trying to play center all preseason, and he was kind of cock blocking BB. But I think the coaches wanted to keep the pressure off BB to have to be a starter. And as soon as BB was named the starter, Hoffman became a guard center backup. And lo and behold, he's actually been crushing. I don't know if we have one of those videos of him throwing people around. I know it's not as sexy as a Turpin incredible spin move the other week.
Yeah, man. Here you go.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, that's great.
67. Oh,
little slap.
Just a one-hand slap, and then
Knocks
on
the
the
guy
bottom.
out the way. Look at the bottom.
Also, who is involved in this though? Turpin. So we get a little Turpin anyway, Dave.
Yeah, of course. There you go. He's got it. He's got the nastiness. He was humbled. He did what the coaches wanted him to do. And I think next year he's going to come into camp probably looking at a starting job. I don't want to predict Zach Martin's early retirement, but let's just go ahead and say it does happen. This is your right guard. You don't have to go take a guy in the first or second round, which is incredible. We still might have to take a new tackle because Terrence Steele's pretty bad. But knowing that we developed this guy was not on anyone else's radar last year. We picked him up. We've had him in our system for about, I think this is his 3rd year, I believe, whether being on practice squad or on the team. The guy's earned his playing time. This is incredible to see. This is helping our running game. This is helping pass protection. Impressive stuff from the young guy.
Yeah, and check this out. Just some more from him. You see him pancake this guy here in the middle? Or body slam this guy right here? Oh, that's a power.
I mean, that's just the kind of nasty that you get out of this guy, and it's the Giants, whatever. They maybe they don't have a lot to play for.
Around.
That's still great to see.
It's open. See, it's called the nerd toss. All right, it's where you pick him up and you bounce him out of the club, and that's exactly what's going on. It's awesome.
And look, Cooper Rush, they needed that because Cooper Rush had to step into that ball. I don't know if he completed it or not, but it looked like
I love how they needed him to body slam him on the ground. I love that.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
So this guy's a beast. So, hey, well said, Dave. Hey, clap it up for Dave.
We talked about him last few weeks.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
dude. It seems like you're really high in this guy.
Yeah, so I love that for the line. You can see him here too, taking some guys out. I know this is a Rico Dowdle play, but yeah, man, this line's shaping up a little bit better, man.
See that again.
Anyway,
yeah,
like guys. I think
with Tyler Smith back too. That's, I think
that was a huge difference from last week. Also,
yeah,
having probably our best lineman.
67 here. 67 here just takes his legs out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's legal as long as he's, not making contact with anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just good stuff. And the nastiness. It kind of reminds me of what was that guy's name? That came out of Memphis, I think. He had some bad knees, but he was really good. Guard. He ended up going to the Saints or something like that. Had a good 4 or 5 year run with us. I can't remember.
Oh, with us? Oh man.
Came out of Memphis, I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up.
All right. So let's keep rolling. I don't think there's too much more gloating we got to do about the Giants. They started Drew Lock this game. That was a new thing for them. 57 yards rushing. He got a touchdown rushing as well.
He got that late score that made it.
Ronald Leary. Ronald Leary was the guy. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, Ronald Leary. Yeah. I remember him. Yeah.
And then and Cooper Rush 195. So just doing what he needs to do to keep things
What was
rolling.
his rating? Can you scroll in?
58.
Okay.
Or completion. No,
Well,
he
completion.
didn't have
rating is
any,
82.
Sorry, rating was 82.5.
Did he lose a fumble? Did he not turn the ball over? I think that's all we're looking for. That's all you can ask for, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Rush.
Like
he fumbled
one
it, but
touchdown a game.
we recovered it. So he had no pick, no fumble, kept the offense on track.
Yeah.
A couple third down conversions. I mean, he's your backup, guys. He's not going to sit here and have a 4 touchdown game every week. But
before we preview next week, let's talk about like what does the NFC look like? What does the NFC East look like?
Awesome. Let's do it. Yeah. So we can start right here with us. Obviously, Cowboys right now 5-7, third in the NFC East, and our division. We got the Eagles, who ended up winning their game against the Ravens, so they're in a pretty good spot. They beat the
Giants. Eliminated. Especially, we eliminated the Giants.
Oh yeah, just noticed. Hey, there you go. E for not enough.
Eliminated.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're
our
out of
division record is what, 2-1 now?
Yeah, because we
3-1 because we beat the Giants twice.
Yeah,
and
we only lost to the Eagles,
the Commanders once.
Yeah, so
3-1.
So yeah, you want to do the playoff predictor segment because
we might as well because let's just look at the stats.
So right now, guys, listen in. Hey, let us know where you think the Cowboys may finish. In the do they make playoffs? Because right now, I believe we're looking at a what was it, 3% chance?
1%. 1%. I think I saw 1%.
But hey, they're saying there's a chance. I think we still would need to beat the Eagles. We'd have to run the table.
Yeah,
we have to beat the Eagles.
We have to beat the Eagles, and they have to lose.
Yeah, both the Commanders as well, and they need to lose. It seems like
if we wanted to make the playoffs, there are 3 teams right now we lost to that look horrible now compared to when we played them.
The Saints,
the 49ers. God, who's the other one?
Oh yeah, Saints are
the
very
Browns,
injured,
maybe.
No, we beat the
won
Browns.
That.
We lost to. Oh, the Ravens look.
No, I think the Ravens are still. It was somebody else. I should have.
But yeah, the Saints. It does look like a bad loss at this point. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was a bad game too. It was not even close.
Okay, so you think maybe the Falcons?
Maybe the Falcons. Yeah, with Kirk Cousins turning the ball over as much as he has lately.
Yeah. So
just saying, if we wanted to make the playoffs, those 3 games couldn't happen like that. Just so happens we got our butts kicked.
Yeah, let's look at the whole conference real quick. See how that looks. So let me zoom in here, and yeah. So right now, okay. So
I got a breakdown of the seating right here.
Okay, Lions are at the top right now.
You got a shot with us in the hunt there, Dave?
No, just not eliminated.
Technically, we are in the hunt, right?
We have no tiebreakers possible yet. So we are at the mercy of having a better record than everybody that is up for this. So it basically means we have to win the division. And it basically means the Eagles have to lose 5 games and we have to win 5 games. I think that's it, right?
You know what? If you told me that we're gonna have this discussion 1 month ago, I would have slapped you through the screen here. And
and guess what? Eagles did this last year, right? Didn't they basically lose?
Yeah. And then the Cowboys started turning up. It just did happen sort of last year, but a little earlier, I think, or maybe like right about now, December.
Niners are toast, so we'll pass them. Cardinals will implode. Bucks.
R.I.P. CMC again.
Almost lost to the Panthers, and we're gonna beat the Panthers in 2 weeks. We'll preview that game, obviously. Falcons, they're train wreck waiting to happen. They're about to start their backup rookie, Michael Penix. So Yeah, and Commanders,
But
we already beat them. So
Someone will win the South. So obviously there'll be 4 division winners.
Yeah.
For us to win the division, we have to be better than the Eagles, obviously, and the Commanders. But if we were to win a wild card, the Vikings, the NFC North, like, has that already locked up. Like, the NFC
dude,
North
look
has.
at that. This is the NFC North, the
nuts.
top 3.
I know, it's crazy, dude. It's like,
top 4, 3 of
um,
the top 4. Wow.
right now,
And
the
then look at the
Commanders,
South, though. It's just like 6-6 is the
Terrible.
best record in the South,
Terrible.
man.
and they're going to lose some games. So the Commanders are at 8-5, are in the last wild card spot right now. So theoretically, because some of these other teams have lost, the Bucks, the Cardinals, the Rams, 49ers have not, solidified their playoff spot. We're only 3 games back from the wild card, which I think.
and we still play the Bucks later, and obviously we play the Commanders again and the Eagles again. So they're like we could kind of control some of our destiny. Obviously not the whole thing, but we've got a little bit to say so.
Winning 2 in a row here was the only thing that was keeping us in it. If we were at 4-8 right now, I think we'd be obviously toast. But hey, this is a crazy league. We beat the Commanders. We might beat them again. We might figure out a way to beat the Eagles and the Bucks. A lot of football left to be played. It's fun to have your scenarios where you can make it. It sucks getting your soul crushed early in the season, but that's already over. And now we're just whatever we can get is gravy. And I love starting draft season early anyway. It's going to be fun when that hits here in a couple weeks. I'm looking to see if we can get some other folks on to talk draft. If you guys have a draft pick you want us to talk about, please drop it. And we'll see if we can get more names people are interested in going forward here over the next couple weeks.
Hey, and shout out us on X, like DM us if you want to, get on the horn. Guest caller, we'll take some.
Absolutely, I can see us doing that for sure.
Yep.
People stop me in the street. I'm walking down Leander. People stop me in the street like, "Whoa, Cowboys fan David." I'm like, "Sup, sup, sup." all love, all love. You want a selfie? Not today, not today.
Whoops.
So, thanks for that interaction from the fans, and look to hear more from you guys.
Awesome. All right, so y'all ready to get into this next week matchup?
Talk some Tigers.
Who's playing? Who's playing?
The Bengals. Yeah.
Bunch of Cheetos.
So this is the last of the 4 AFC North teams that we've been matched up against this year, as the NFC East has.
Monday Night Football.
Yep.
That division has been a little. The Steelers are kind of running away with that at this point.
Yeah.
Man, Russell Wilson really has locked in.
This is the best Steelers record in years.
400-yard game for him last week. So
yeah, that was crazy.
Pretty impressive. They got some good skill players for sure.
But it ended up being a tight game yesterday between the Bengals and the Steelers. What was the final score here?
Oh, that was it was like 40.
Oh, 44-38 was the
There
final
you go.
score. Bengals made a furious comeback late. But the Steelers kind of dominated most of the game. It was a very high scoring affair. Apparently, it was the highest scoring affair between those 2 franchises ever. So that was just something of note. And
oh wow!
I also want to make another note. The Bengals are 2-4 when scoring 33 points or more this season. The rest of the NFL, 52-1. Wild stat. So
I got you one better on a wild stat. You ready for this one?
Yeah. What is it?
The Cowboys have allowed 339 points this year. They've only scored 248. The Bengals have allowed 340 points this year. Worse by 1 point than the Dallas Cowboys, which, if you look at this Dallas Cowboys, the blowouts we've endured, losing by 40 points, and the Bengals are 1 point worse, boys.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
They've scored almost 100 more points than we have, too. So, we'll see. Make it a scrum.
They've also had their starting quarterback a little bit longer, but talk about that later.
But that defense is porous.
335 points forced to that point, Dave. So they're putting up numbers, but they're also allowing 340. So it's pretty bad.
It's a recipe for an entertaining game on Monday night. This could be, because the Cowboys have a little bit of what you call momentum. They're probably feeling it. The buzz around the game will be better than if they had lost the last 2 games. So I think we're going to have a big TV number for this game, especially because it will probably be some. I don't actually even believe saying it's going to be a shootout. There will be a lot of points scored because Joe Burrow can put the ball on the ground. It's happened several times here for them to kind of lose some of their leads late in games. Is Burrow getting sacked or having a fumble or something like that? So that's something the Cowboys can certainly excel at when their guys are healthy. And it looks like we're going to have another healthy Parsons and Overshown coming at you, boy.
And on sort of a mini bye week, if you will, right? Because we had Thursday game and then we're going to Friday, which something the NFL has actually done for the Cowboys, it seemed like the last several seasons. So I don't mind that extra day there. Because we all the teams play on Thursdays, once or twice a season. Cowboys always do on Thanksgiving. So we always love that mini bye week if we can get it.
Yeah, nice to also not be shipped overseas or out of the country this year. I wonder when it's got to be coming for us though. Maybe not next year, but maybe within the next 2 years. I bet they'll play one of those London or Miami games.
Cowboys Uncovered maybe coming from you from London next year, guys.
Hey.
Or maybe Brazil. Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm not going to Brazil, but I'll go to London.
We'll see if Undroppables can send us out there, right?
I'm sure one of our great patrons.
Hook us up. Yeah, hook us up, guys. Going to Brazil. Look, we have a better record than this team. We've beaten them in the past with Cooper Rush. There's not really any reason to be worried. I feel like our defense can handle these guys.
We have those past numbers too, right? All time versus the Bengals here.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we've only played the Bengals 14 times ever in the league history. It's kind of a wild stat to me.
How many times?
Last time, 14.
14, okay.
Yeah. Cowboys are 10-4 versus the Bengals all time.
Yeah, and we're home underdogs in this spot, though. With all that being said, because they've got the better quarterback. If Joe Burrow wasn't on a 4-8 team, he'd probably be in the MVP conversation just with the numbers that he's been having. So, part of that was they didn't have T. Higgins. Right now, this week, they've got everyone healthy, ready to go. They had a bye 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, it's going to be us having our work cut out for us. Our corners are more likely to try to jump balls right, try to get a turnover. In this spot, they might want to be a little bit more disciplined and not just let Chase beat you. I don't see this as a team that loves to go underneath, even if we're playing deep on Chase. They still like to just throw it anyway because they've got Chase and Higgins, and they're just like, yeah, whoever you're not guarding that well, we're just going to go to that guy. So they love their chunk plays. So
yeah,
it's going to be a tough guard.
That's scary. I mean, I have Burrow and I've got Chase and I got Higgins a couple fantasy leagues, and Bengals games get mad notifications, dude. Like you just every time, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think
we are going up against. Yeah, I was just going to mention that Chase is leading the league in receiving yards. So right now we are playing the top guy.
Yeah, we've got a great counter to that with Bland. The safeties are not as flashy when it comes to making plays on the ball as maybe you'd like, but we've got something that helps shrink that time, and it's this pass rush. Mozzie Smith and Osa Odigizua both had really, really good games the past couple of weeks. Now it was divisional foes, and they played up. This is kind of their season's kind of in the balance, I guess you could say. They're going for balls to the wall here. But if you can get Osa and Mozzie to have push like they have this past couple of weeks, it just makes Overshown and Parsons' job that much easier. Maybe you can bring in Donovan Wilson out of the safety position into the box to also blitz. I think that's the chances we have. We can't go down 17-0 or 20-0 or something like that. I think this will almost be an impossible comeback. But keep it close, get the ball on the ground a few times, hit 70-yard field goals, and get a pick six and a return touchdown. Now we're talking.
That's a lot to ask for, David.
I'm just saying. I
we've
mean,
been thankful
that's
the
how
last
they
couple
won
of
last week. Like, I mean, almost.
Yeah.
You know, didn't get a 70-yarder, but he could.
Jamar Chase. Yeah, you see the yardage there, but look at the touchdowns. I think he's up to 13.
Yeah, pretty crazy, man. Yeah, 13 on the
Jeez.
season. I mean, he's blowing these guys out.
Damn. That's
So,
nuts.
How about shout out to rookie tight end Brock Bowers messing with these receivers up there, dude.
That's crazy, man.
He's ahead of CeeDee Lamb. Dang it.
That's pretty impressive.
We should have traded up.
That's Gronk territory.
And not only that, McLaurin, gosh, and we just somehow beat them. But yeah, some unexpected names up here, I would say. But yeah, we're gonna have to face Jamar Chase, and if Higgins was healthy all season, he might be in the top 10 too, for all we know. You cannot sleep on Higgins either on the other side. So
for sure,
this is gonna be a tough one. What is y'all's prediction for this one? Remember, guys. Can't say enough. It's impossible to get these predictions right, but Dave did it. He got last week's predictions right, and he's going for 2 in a row.
2 in a row, baby. I'll go first. I'll take that setup. If you guys are ready for predictions,
yeah.
All right. I'm going to take.
Let me just set the table. Let's say that the Cowboys have beat the Bengals 5 of the last 6 times. So that said, who you got?
All right. So I have the score 35-27. I am taking the Bengals in this one. I think it's just a little too much. That magic formula is just too hard to come up with on a week-to-week basis. And the Bengals, I mean, they're probably eliminated already, but they don't want to go quietly, and they definitely don't want to lose on Monday night. I think the Bengals are going to take this one 35-27.
Wow, you're going Bengals here.
This is predicting the industry.
Okay.
Man,
I mean, the Bengals are a better team than what their record suggests. Vegas agrees too. They opened up as the favorites. I think that what was the line? 5.5.
Yeah,
it'll probably move to 6.5 by game time, I imagine. I'm gonna go 33-30 Cowboys. They on a 3-game winning streak because I feel like this defense has what it takes to kind of take away what the Bengals like to do. Also, Mike Zimmer, coach defense for the Bengals. I know it was a long time ago, but he kind of a return game for him. But who you got, Alex?
Well, in the chat, Bo's got 34-13 Bengals winning.
Bengals. Okay, Bo.
Yeah.
Let's see you.
Put some money on it. Let's see put money where your mouth is.
I'm pretty sure Bo is going to put money on this one. He always puts some money down.
I'm with Joe here. I also have Cowboys winning by a field goal. 38-35 Cowboys. Bengals have a bad defense. I think we're going to be able to score on them. We've got guys to do it. Brandon Cooks is back. They're not going to be able to guard everybody. We got a lot of speed guys, and their defense is awful. So Dowdle's going to get some. He's going to get a touchdown no matter what. CeeDee Lamb's going to get his. I think Turpin or somebody is going to help out. And, there's going to be a lot of scoring from the Bengals, but we'll get a close one. We'll be tied right there at the end and get a Brandon Aubrey field goal to win it for us. 38-35 Cowboys. Let's go.
You want to do a quick bold prediction round? Anyone got one?
Yeah. So after this win, Cowboys are going to go on to have a 6-game win streak. This win right here would make it 3. Then we're going to beat the Panthers.
Boldest predictions.
And then we're just going to keep it going. All right. We'll see what happens with that Eagles rematch, but we're just going to keep the winning going. We're getting back to 500. We're getting above 500. That's my bold prediction.
On the way up. All right.
Okay. Let me go next. I'm going to piggyback on Alex. I'm not quite as optimistic, but I'm going to say the Cowboys go. We win 5 out of the next, or 4 of the next 5 games. I believe that's left. So let's see what we got left.
Yeah, I think it's 5. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that we beat the Bengals, we beat the Panthers.
Oh no, it's 5.
We beat the Bucks, and then we lose to the Eagles and beat the Commanders. I think that's how we.
Yeah, I got us winning this 6. So Commanders, Giants, Bengals, Panthers, Bucks, and I mean, if we beat the Eagles, we're winning out. So
At this point,
I have us getting above 500 after this Bucks win, but I don't know, man.
I mean,
it's
the
gonna be a
Commanders
scary
are the
game there
team.
in Philly.
The Commanders are the team looking down at us. All right, I'll get my prediction real quick. So, I think we're gonna be blitzing a lot. I think more than normal to try to get Joe Burrow to throw quicker, so we don't have these deep balls. And I think that's going to result in the corners playing with their eyes on the quarterback. And I think Deron Bland gets a pick 6 this game. I think it's going to be a sweet one, like a really long one.
Hey.
So look forward to that. Deron Bland back on the board with the pick 6. And as far as the wins and losses, I think they're going to lose to the Bengals. But then I'll let them split the rest of them there. So I'll say we win against the Panthers, but we lose to the Bucks and lose to the Eagles, and then we win the Commanders in a game that doesn't matter.
They're gonna be benching Daniels probably here. So I think that's a lock, that week 18 game.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
gonna be fun.
We didn't
wait
think
till
we were
Monday.
gonna be here 3 weeks ago. So hey,
it's a
most
different
part,
narrative, isn't it?
a lot of optimism. We didn't have to break out the draft talk yet. We had some playoff predictions. So
We'll stave that draft talk for another week at least.
Yeah, we have a whole nother week. We'll have to go live on a different day next week. So it'll be a long time till we can catch up on these predictions. But
I'll promise that we'll do a mock draft if we lose to the Panthers. I'll just tell you that right. If we lose to 2 games in a row, then we're instantly doing a mock draft.
Yeah. We hit easy. You hit 9 losses. It's time to draft. It's time to talk draft. You're not going to get a winning record.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, y'all got anything else for us, fellas?
Catch me in Leander.
Oh, man. Yeah, enjoy the week. We'll see you guys next week. We got a Monday night game 1 week from now.
Yeah, Monday night. So we got to wait, but we're looking forward to it. All right. So appreciate you guys. Go follow us on X. We got Cowboys fan Dave, Joe, Sports Guy Joe, and I'm Dynasty FK. Appreciate you guys. Cowboys UNcovered. Go follow the Undroppable Network on there as well. Like, subscribe, share, and hope you guys had a good holiday. And we will catch you guys next time.
Write it, Joel. Write it.